November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and there's a panel discussion coming up in our area on that topic. Here to talk with our Lisa Sugart about that panel are Debbie Herb from Diacon Community Services and Jennifer Drake from Independent Living Services.
You have some staggering statistics that go along with this as well, because we're not sure, how many people are actually affected by this.
Right. So 3 million women age 65 plus and 2 million men. And when I looked it up, it said by 2060, they expect that number to be 14 million. I mean, it just blows my mind to think that this is what is going to happen. And it's just a disease that, like Jen said earlier, there's no cure, but it affects the whole family. It's not just the person that has that diagnosis. It really does affect everyone.
Oftentimes, what it's important to understand is the person with the disease often doesn't know they have it. It hurts the family even more because they're the ones that are seeing the deterioration. One thing that we notice in our line, and Debbie and I are very passionate about providing information for, is caregiver burnout. Families don't know how to deal because there's so many different aspects of those diagnosed with Alzheimer's, different behaviors. Not every person is going to react or act the same. So it's hard to say because one person acted one way, another is going to act the same. It's an individual basis, and you really need to educate family. Like Debbie said, they're not alone. There's help available for them.
So now that is the purpose of this forum, to let them know that there is help and hope and where it is available.
And I will remind people, Jen and I aren't professionals in this subject. We're advocates for those in our community. We have a heart to gather those together and help them out. And yes, so it will be a virtual panel discussion. However, we don't want that to be a deterrent that people can attend. So we invite them into the Pottsville Senior Center that evening to watch it virtually. We have a great panel that is same as Jen and I, really passionate about what they do. Jen touched on that the families often know and the patient or those with the diagnosis don't. And I share the story that my aunt, 7 years prior to diagnosis, had written a letter that we found that said, "I am at a bridal shower. They wanted me to write my name, and I did not know how. I always loved to cook. I cannot do that anymore. Something is wrong." Now, she wrote that note to herself and never shared it with us. And so part of this panel is that we encourage people to not be afraid of them signs, to go to their physician, to look and see if there's anything that they can start, any medication, or what other tools can they use at an earlier instead of later time.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Feisner's Ford in Freeland, who is celebrating 75 years in business. Give them a call at 570-636-3920, or you can log on to feisnersford.com.